Hello and welcome. You're watching the South special of the Property Show on NDTV Prime. We are here to serve a simple purpose, help you narrow down your choices to best buys and value for money homes. Sameer Jasuja, founder and MD of Property, brings his data-packed analysis to the show. I'm Chanakya Bhatia. Before we take your queries, let's take a look at what we have for you in store today. A home for every budget in the top performing micro markets of Bengaluru, starting from rupees 50 lakh. Promising residential markets along the IT corridors of Hyderabad in 60 lakhs. Premium apartments in prime locations of Chennai in little under 2 crores. We will also look into why are home buyers in Chennai moving away from OMR, a much sought after address till recently. Which areas are likely to gain from OMR's loss? We will find out. Bengaluru City Corporation, the BBMP, decides to make a dent on homeowners' pockets. Agency is all set to hike property tax, but will it solve cash-strapped BBMP's problems? In Citizens' Voice, we highlight the initiative of residents of Kutturpuram in Chennai, who are running an awareness campaign to make their locality a zero-waste colony. Well, our focus will be upon Bengaluru, Hyderabad, Mysuru property markets. And before that, our top news of the day. The fate of much-awaited real estate regulator bill continues to hang in balance, despite assurances from Urban Development Minister Venkaiah Naidu that the bill will be tabled on March 8 in Rajya Sabha. Another business day passed today, and there was no mention of the bill. Meanwhile, desperate home buyers fed up with the construction delays came out on the streets to protest against a leading national developer. Home buyers allege that despite having paid 95% of the money, project is far from completion even after 6 years of its launch.
Well, this project was launched in the year 2010 and it was promised to be delivered in 3 years, which is 2013. But even till 2013, there was hardly any bare shell that had come up out of the 6 towers. And there was some bit of a progress where more shells, just the bare shells, came up in 2014. And ever since 2014, there has been a lull. And we don't want to invest more time. After having invested 6 years since our booking, we have lost our patience.
I just want to ask a very basic question to the authorities, to the government, and to builders, real estate, big builders like Unitech and DLF, etc. People like us who have really worked hard through the life to reach a point where we aspired for good quality life, and good quality life, one basic component is good home. And after putting our hard-earned money into their projects, and what we are getting these dharnas.
Well, it is certainly a sorry state of affairs for the home buyers, and even after so many years of delay, still there are no signs when they will get the possession. Well, we can just hope. And now it's time to take your queries. We have a caller online, Jayanta, calling in. Yes, how can we help you?
Okay, my question was, I was checking some property in South Bangalore and came across the Mantri Serenity project. I heard from multiple sources that the project is running late by 2 years or something. However, I like to know the location and believe monthly developers will not cheat buyers. So, could you share your expert advice on this for making me understand whether it should be a good option that I go for this, and I'm planning to stay in the house. Also, I need suggestions about some projects in South Bangalore, and my budget is 70 to 80 lakhs with registration.
Okay, so Jayanta has shortlisted monthly developers' project. Location preference is South Bangalore. And what do you suggest in this budget? What are his options?
See, typically, first of all, with respect to your question on Mantri, they are reasonably well reputed, and delays are happening across the board by all developers. So the choice is either to go in for projects that are completed or to go in for projects that are under construction that are probably slightly cheaper. But keeping the old track record of Mantri in mind, I think this project is a go-ahead with respect to the developer, and the project in itself is located on the main road, surrounded by good schools, colleges, hospitals. Even ISKCON temple is behind the project. Lots of developments are happening in this stretch. With respect to this particular project, trading at 5990 rupees a square foot, it's slightly higher than the weighted average price of the mid to luxury segment, which stands at 5500 rupees a square foot. But having said that, the project is a luxury project. It's spread across 20 acres, total 2 integrated towers. Project is just 500 meters off Kanakpura Road, has a 70,000 square feet clubhouse, temperature controlled indoor swimming pool with jacuzzi, aqua gym and host of other amenities. So keeping all those pluses in mind, we think that this project is a go-ahead. Looking at the key data points before we come to some more recommendations, Kanakpura on the luxury side is a slightly slow-moving market with an inventory overhang of 30 months. The price appreciation has also been quite tepid. It's about 7% on an annualized basis. And the two projects that you can consider in addition to the project that you shortlisted is Comfort Heights by Comfort Builders. This is a much cheaper project at 4,500 rupees a square foot. This project will be ready by the end of 2016. So if you want to take lesser risk, go in for projects that are almost nearing completion. You will be assured of absolutely no delay or zero or little delay even in that case. The project is got decent amount of amenities as well. It's got a health club, rainwater harvesting, jogging track and a paved garden as well. Then we have Prestige Falcon City by Prestige Group, trading between 6,100 to 6,500 rupees. Coming from the Prestige stable, it had to be a premium project and as well as more than the weighted average price of the market, because today reputed developers are being able to get a higher premium because of their assurance in somewhat way in the mind of the consumer that the delivery will happen, and the execution track record of the past will make sure that they get the desired comfort level. The project here is 41 acres in size overall. It's near the Puttanhalli metro station, which is just 1 kilometer. The developer is providing good amenities like a big clubhouse, badminton court, squash court, and ladies and gents health club, separate one. The project is also approved by all the banks. So any of these three projects you can look for buying your end home, your end use decision.
So to sum up, you can go for your shortlisted option as well. You can look into Comfort Heights by Comfort Builders, Prestige Falcon City by Prestige Group, and you can also look into your option which you have chosen. So we have another caller joining in. It's Vikram Bhatia. Yes, Vikram, go ahead with your question.
Yeah, I'm getting relocated to the SEZ area in Pocharam. So I was looking for property options, a 3-bedroom property in apartment, multi-story apartment. So what are the future prospects of that area in case I purchase a property vis-a-vis renting out a property? And I had looked at a property which is Singapore Township by Andhra Pradesh Housing Board. Is that a good option, and what are the other options available?
We will be certainly happy to help you. Samir, what do you think about these projects?
Well, first talking about Pocharam, it's in the outskirts. That's why the price points are extremely attractive. It's connected to the city with the NH 202, and it's drawn attention due to the IT establishments which have come up, like the Infosys campus over there. The infrastructure in this micro market is yet to develop fully, so you need to keep that in mind. The project that you shortlisted gets a go-ahead from our side. It's trading at a very attractive price point of 2,000 to 2,500 rupees a square foot, which is also in line with the weighted average price of the market. This project is spread across 82 acres, total of 64 blocks. Low-rise development of G plus 4 stories. 74% is still the open area, which is very good compared to the fact that, keeping in mind the fact that this is a low-rise project. Project is 20 kilometers from the Hyderabad railway station, about 8 kilometers east of Uppal on the Hyderabad-Warangal National Highway. So from a rental perspective, I don't think this will be the best bet, but otherwise from a price point perspective, it will be a good option from a long-term perspective. 24 months of inventory overhang with respect to this micro market. Weighted average price, as I was mentioning, is right in the middle of 2,000 and 2,500 at 2,200 rupees on the mid-segment. Price appreciation is lesser compared to areas around Gachibowli, which is where the maximum demand is about 5.6% on an annualized basis. There are two more projects that you can consider in Pocharam itself. East Coke by Sri Sandeep Infra Projects. Total land area is 1.5 acres with G plus 5 stories. Developers here is providing only basic amenities. It's an affordable housing project literally. Currently, two phases of the blocks are kind of in process. Block 1 will be ready by Q2 of 2016 and Block 2 by Q1 of 2017. Emerald Heights by Modi Builders is the third project at 2,200 rupees. This is the largest project of 10 acres. Emerald Heights is also located in a short distance from Uppal, near to the Singapore Township and the new Infosys campus. Amenities here include a swimming pool, sports facilities, clubhouse, and the project is approved by HMDA, and many banks are funding this project as well.
And talking about Pocharam as a micro market, it is yet to see big developments happening in that area. So we can expect future of that particular market to be good.
Yeah, the thing is that the price point on this micro market is very attractive. Today, cost of construction is in itself upwards of 1500 rupees a square foot. The fact is that the prices are low over here because there is new development that is happening, and it's in the outskirts, so price points are very low because of the low cost of the land. I would recommend a very long-term investment in this project because price appreciation in Hyderabad has been quite slow over the last few years. Only areas in and around the IT hubs have picked up very well. But other than that, overall, there is a slowdown situation.
So, well, you have your options. You can also look into East Oak by Sai Sandeep Infra Projects, Emerald Heights by Modi Builders. And moving on, we have another caller coming in, and it's Stephen. Stephen, yes, go ahead.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
I want to inform you, I had invested in an apartment in Mysuru at JB Nagar. Okay, it was 3-4 years back, and I purchased this for 35 lakhs. It was 910 square feet, 2 BHK flat. It was completed in 2014. So there are some tenants staying out there. I need an advice on what is the current market value for this apartment if I plan to sell this out. Should I retain it for another 2-3 years? Because is there any development in that area? This is clearly for investment purpose that I purchased the flat.
Okay, Stephen, we'll help you on that. What do you suggest? Should he wait or not? Well, we would definitely recommend you to hold on to this property. It's a good property. This property was launched way back in 2010 at 2190 rupees a square foot. Today, the pricing stands at about 3690 rupees a square foot with a handsome appreciation of 11.7% on an annualized basis based on simple interest. Brigade Sparkle is spread across 3 odd acres and consists of total of 13 blocks. Project is developing in 2 phases. Project is located in Viveshwara Nagar, a well-lived locality. It's also 2.4 kilometers from the ring road and 5.8 kilometers from the Mysuru railway station. Keeping in mind the location aspect, also the amenities here provided are good: a swimming pool, central courtyard, indoor games, gym, party area, power backup. Keeping all those factors in mind, I think this project will definitely be a good hold, and in the next 5 years, it will give you much better returns. And it's given decent returns from the time it got launched. So keeping that track record of this development, you can expect the similar kind of returns of 10 to 11% on an annualized basis. Inventory orang is very strong in this micro market, 13 months only. So that's a very big positive. Weighted average price is 3,500 rupees. This project is in line with the weighted average price of the market. Price appreciation is about 7% on an annualized basis. So this project is done better than the price appreciation of the market. So that's why we are saying that it's a hold, and you may make better returns at this point in time on this project by holding on to it.
Certainly, it makes sense also to hold on to the property because the area is well connected. Also, many schools and other amenities are also nearby. So it is a good advice that you can hold it for a long time. Moving on, we have an email from Saurav Devan. His budget is 60 lakh rupees and his preference is Whitefield. He wants to buy a 2 BHK for end-use purpose. And what are his options?
Well, Whitefield is one such micro market which has got over 151 projects. So there's enough options to choose from. Micro market with a lot of supply, but yet absorption is quite good, where the inventory overhang is only about 23 months below the danger zone. Prices have slowly crept up and they're in line with the price appreciation. This micro market is in line with the price appreciation of Bangalore, which is roughly about 10% on an annualized basis. Mid segment is about 4,500 rupees a square foot on the weighted average price scale. The 2 projects that you have shortlisted are both very good projects, and we've got one more recommendation for you. The first project that you had shortlisted was Swaparnika Sanvi. It's a project that we've been recommending on the show as well. Spread across 2.18 acres with 5 blocks, a low-rise development again. Possession is ready and already 100 families are staying in. It's below the weighted average price of the market. It should be bought from an end-use point of view. Has a clubhouse, swimming pool, gym, children's play area, and 24 hours power backup as well. The second project, Mahavir Annex, Amaze, is another good project at 3850 rupees a square foot. Similar pricing, but a project with 3 acres in size. Strategically located off Whitefield, Hoskote Road. Amenities here are also decent. Swimming pool, jogging track, multi-purpose hall, games room. And lastly, we've got one more recommendation on price point. It is quite attractive. It's 3,350 rupees. It's called the Isha Infra Projects by Isha Misty Green. That's the project name. Total land area of the project is 9 acres, so much larger development. Developers providing UDS of 51%, and the project has got a good open space. Here also amenities include 2 swimming pools, 2 clubhouses, 3.5 kilometers jogging track, a tennis court, and rainwater harvesting as well. So any of these 3 projects, Whitefield is now completely a secondary micro market as well in terms of social infrastructure. So it's readily livable and a good option to go to.
Well, summing up, you can look into the projects you have shortlisted. Also, you can check out Isha Misty Green by Isha Infra Projects. Possession will start soon in phases. Well, moving ahead, Bangaloreans get ready to pay higher property taxes. The city corporation, the BBMP, has decided to go ahead and hike property taxes after an 8-year-long hiatus. What quantum of hike will the city see? And will this truly contribute to the BBMP's coffers? Lakshmi Sivadas has this story.
Come April 1st, 2016, and Bengaluru's growth prospects will start to look a whole lot brighter. Or at least, that's what Bengaluru's corporation, the BBMP, believes. The corporation that is perpetually short on cash is eyeing higher funds this financial year by revising property taxes after 8 long years of no tax hikes.
One of the important initiatives this year to ensure financial discipline. It plays out differently in different zones. There are zones from A to E and F. So the impact is different on different zones. If it results in 20 to 25% of increase after a lapse of almost 8 to 10 years, it's a good improvement.
What quantum of hike is the BBMP looking at? Sources have told NDTV that the revision could range between 15 to 20% for residential and 20 to 25% for commercial properties, varying on guidance values. They will also impose a cap on the minimum tax each zone has to pay and reshuffle tax zones to ensure fair contribution by all areas. While the BBMP aims to collect 700 to 800 crores more with this revision, experts feel there will be an impact on the real estate front.
Landlords, developers won't have much of impact, because that impact what we think they would have is something that gets passed on to the lessees or the tenants. So as a matter of fact, the rentals may go up slightly. So that impact is something which these end users would see. And also this startups and the new sectors which are coming into the city or the state would feel that pinches.
While residents and experts welcome the revision, they feel that it won't improve BBMP's financial situation drastically, given that only an estimated 50 to 60% of Bengaluru's properties fall under the tax net.
It's not fair to make only the people who are already paying tax to be paying more tax. First of all, they should assess all the properties and make everybody pay.
Every year, the BBMP issues tax forms, and then there are forms which you have to fill in if the property is, if there's an addition or a deletion. But who's checking this? Is it being done?
The BBMP, for their part, say that they have renewed property identification efforts with the view to plug tax leakages. From Bengaluru with camera person Govind, Lakshmi Shivdas for NDTV.
It is time to take a breather. Coming up, premium residential projects in prime micro markets of Chennai. And in our project tracker today, we feature Altana by a Sattva Group in Bengaluru.